Coming to you from sunny San Diego, California at the Investor Channel headquarters. On today's program, we have a company that's coined as the equity crowdfunding for the movies, where fans can be investors and get some skin in the game. So stay right there because we're going to have the co-founder and CEO here to tell us more about the world's first fan-owned entertainment company. Legion M co-founder and CEO Paul Scanlan is on the program today to tell us more about the excitement behind Legion M's story. But first, let's watch a quick video.
How do we define ourselves? Are we dreamers? Doers? Creators? Or are we just numbers? For generations, we've been locked out, on the outside looking in, and sometimes it feels like the system is rigged. But not anymore. Today, we show the difference between how things are and how they ought to be. We hold the future in our hands. Individually, we are fans, but together, we have power. We are Legion M. A legion of fans demanding
a seat at the table,
a voice in the process,
a rightful share, our place in history.
Imagine our movies, our shows, our characters, our company. Of the fans, for the fans. Because when we unite, nothing can stop us. And when we succeed together.
I am Legion M.
I am Legion M.
I
am Legion M.
Legion M, the world's first fan-owned entertainment company.
Paul, thanks for taking time to talk with us. Very cool video you got there.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, Paul, we know it's been a very busy and exciting time for you and just so neat what you're doing there. Share with us a little bit about the excitement and traction you're getting from fans and the retail investment community.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, so literally today marks our 1 month anniversary of allowing people to come in and make an investment. We crossed over $200,000 raised already and 500 investors. So we're very excited. The response has been exactly what we were hoping for, that fans are coming in and they're participating. But more importantly, they're excited and they're energized to not only make an investment, to get involved and help us create kick-ass content, but then bring it to market and help make it successful and spread the word and share it on our social nets, et cetera. And, people are, what's interesting is we've created a private group with our shareholders and we've got people asking us for promotional materials and what can they do? They want to print their own business cards. They want to really get behind us. And, that's kind of what we're hoping to be able to create with this community. And it's awesome because it's coming together.
Congratulations on that. And I think that's a very important thing you mentioned there. The fans really get behind you. And what better marketing to also have your investors be marketing for you, really pulling for you. And so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, and it's not like a chore for them. It's exciting. This is something that they, are asking to do. They want to get involved and, going behind the scenes and being a part of the creation of this content it's also a lot of fun and interesting and entertaining by itself. But we also think it's good business. So we're combining those two things. And it seems to be resonating quite well.
I absolutely love it. I love you getting the traction there, and because you guys are really pioneering kind of a new spot to show that this can actually happen. And gosh, the fans just get behind you so much. That's great there. I'm a firm believer in betting on the jockey, not the horse. So what can you tell us a little bit about your background? Why people are investing in this company here?
Yeah, sure. So absolutely. I mean, this isn't my first company. So myself and my co-founder Jeff Anderson, we both 16 years ago we started another company called Moby TV, and a lot of people don't realize, but 16 years ago or even 13 years ago, we weren't consuming media on all the devices and outside the living room the way we are today. And when we started that company, that was our primary objective. We wanted to liberate television and media from its confined space. At that time, we would either go to the movie theater to watch content or watch content in our living room at home. And maybe you had a television in your kitchen. And we really felt like entertainment had a broader opportunity. But what's interesting is at that time, so we were just, it was myself and Jeff and one other co-founder of ours, Philip Alvelda. So we started that company. And we were told by a lot of people in Hollywood that, we didn't think that was a very good idea. We don't think people will consume content this way. There were people that believed in us, and then there were people that were highly skeptical, especially the Hollywood executives. But we proved them wrong. I mean, we launched that company. We grew that company, by the way, to 400 employees and offices around the world and sky-high valuation. And we had a lot of success. 3 years after we launched that company, we were celebrated by the Television Academy with the Primetime Emmy Award for innovation in television and creating this entirely new category. That company still exists. I'm on the board of it. And, this is what Jeff and I are sinking our teeth into next. We really feel like, bringing a legion of fans to be our co-owners in this studio will allow us to create one of the most influential and powerful studios on the planet.
Congratulations, of course, again. And people always talk about timing. And of course, that's why you were able to build that company so well. Your timing was, so far ahead of it. And I think the timing for what you're doing now is just a really good opportunity with the equity crowdfunding. And that kind of leads me to the next question for you. How did you come up with the concept for the crowdfunding and the capital structure? How did you come up with this?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And actually, timing is one of my, I listed as a superpower on our bio, that I feel like we had good timing with Moby TV. I really feel like our timing is it's ideal. And that's a little bit by design. I mean, we've been chomping at the bit to do this for the last couple of years. And it's the Jobs Act, which I know you're familiar with, but for all the viewers out there, is an act of Congress that was put forward 3 years ago and is now coming into law, which is allowing us to do what we're doing. So really the culmination of what we did with Moby TV, we had another company that we spun out of Moby TV called New York Rock Exchange, which also fed into our experience. And that was in the music space of allowing fans and bands to get on the same side of the table with song shares. And, now that the Jobs Act is here, we're enabled to do this for the first time in history. I mean, a lot of people will look at it and say, hey, that's a great idea. It seems obvious. Why hasn't anyone done this before? And the answer is, before this year, it wasn't possible. And this is what the Jobs Act is creating. And we're leveraging these new rules to create the first fan-owned entertainment studio. But there'll be other industries that have similar potential leveraging the Jobs Act, which we really feel can usher in new economies in our country here.
Absolutely. It's been a long time coming. We're all very excited about what the future holds regarding this. And I think you touched on that. You're not just doing movies, though. You're doing some other areas as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to, Hollywood is a hit-driven business. So we want to have what we call a diversified slate. We want to, be in the movie space. That's a big part of what we want to do. But we also want to develop. Television is going through a renaissance right now with absolutely amazing content and really interesting, monetization opportunities with multiple different distribution platforms now. So we want to also play there, but because we see ourselves as a mashup of Northern California meets Southern California with the technology and entertainment industry, we're also looking at some of the forefront of the future of storytelling, like virtual reality and even gaming, and having the ability to, as we create new franchises or bring projects to market, to be able to think about those projects more beyond just the television show, but also the game or the virtual reality. How else can fans and the audience experience that title?
And I know they have quite a following for those things, and I'm sure you're generating that already. I think it's also important for you to maybe clarify for some people out there, our viewers, listeners, people that might want to be interested in being a part of this. How is this different from a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, it's like Kickstarter for movies. And, that's true to a certain degree. But it's like Kickstarter, we call it next level. We love Kickstarter. We love Indiegogo. We love what those platforms have done for entrepreneurialism, for getting, everyday people involved in startups. There's been a lot of innovation there. And we're grateful to those platforms. But this is next level. I mean, so in the case of a Kickstarter program, you're typically you're either pre-purchasing a product or you're making effectively a donation. You might get a T-shirt or some reward based on your participation and the amount of money you put forward. I can't even call it an investment because you don't get anything back. In our case, you're contributing to support, but it's an investment. You're getting actual shares. So you're a co-owner of the project with us. And this is especially important in the entertainment space because there have been a lot of really cool projects that have been developed using Kickstarter and Indiegogo and had fan support behind them. But the challenge with those projects is that you're all too often pre-selling the DVD as part of the fundraising effort. And when you pre-sell that DVD, it really affects and dilutes your opportunity for monetizing that content when you want to bring it to market. Let's say you've got a movie like Veronica Mars. You want to bring that movie into the distribution platform, but you've already pre-sold the DVD to hundreds of thousands of people. Then the distribution players, the people that would pick up your movie and show it in their theater, look at it and say, well, why would we show that movie in our theaters if everyone already owns the DVD? So the difference here is you're making an investment. You're investing into Legion M. Legion M is a studio that will have a diversified slate. But you're making that investment not as a pre-purchase of the product. I own stock in Apple, but I don't get free iPhones, right? So when our movie comes out or our TV show comes out, it's important that all of our shareholders want to go see it and they want to go experience and they want to get their friends out to go see it. And we feel like that creates a next level version of crowdfunding. And there's, and when you own these shares, these are actual shares. You're a co-owner of the company. And at a future point in time, if we've done a good job and grown the company financially, those shares will be worth more money and you can, liquidate them if you're interested.
I love the angle. You're probably going to get investors involved that have never invested before. So it's a kind of a great thing for people to share and try to kind of dip their feet in and see how the whole process works.
That's exactly. I mean, we've already polled our investors, and you're exactly right. A lot of people are first-time investors. For our investment, we've targeted a really low minimum because, again, our goal is to have a legion of shareholders, right? As many shareholders as we can accommodate. So the minimum investment is only $100 to participate. So it's a real low bar. Of course, there are people that want to put in more money than that, and that's totally fine. But, for us, if our logo is M with a bar over it. So our long-term goal is to have 1 million shareholders. And let's say the average shareholder puts $300 to $500 in. At that point in time, we'd have $300 to $500 million to invest in any entertainment Hollywood projects that we're partnering with top producers that will have 1 million people emotionally and financially invested in. And we think that's, really compelling.
Game changing, absolutely. Guys, go to legionm.com too, by the way. Check out some of the products they got. I was just on it earlier before the show. They got some really cool things going on there. Paul, where can investors go, though, to get some more information on Legion M?
Yeah, so thelegionm.com has a lot of information, including information about our creative allies. I mean, we've partnered. We've already made several announcements about some of the partners that we're working with. It's not just Jeff and myself. We've surrounded ourselves with some of Hollywood's top talents. Seth Green and the team behind Robot Chicken, Stupid Buddy Studios, we're huge fans of them. They are like preeminent creative studio in Hollywood. 42 Entertainment, Meltdown, Alamo Drafthouse, really the innovators and pioneers of the entertainment business.
Well, cool stuff, definitely, Paul. Hey, it looks like that's all the time we have for now, though, but we'd like to thank our guest, Paul Scanlan, for being on the show. He's the CEO and co-founder of the Legion M, the world's first fan-owned entertainment company. So thank you, Paul, for coming on the program. We look forward to having you on again soon.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hey, remember, guys, again, for more information about investing in Legion M's offering, visit thelegionm.com and catch more of our webcasts and videos on investortownhall.com or our YouTube channel, youtube.com/investortownhall. Tune in next time and get your voice heard. Stay tuned for the next interviews here on investortownhall.com. Also, make sure to join a stock board to start the discussion and get your voice heard.